bow too low. And they'll walk all over you, a powerful reminder to reclaim your self-worth and personal boundaries. When the self quietly disappears, asterisk. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked, when did I stop being myself? It doesn't happen all at once. It starts with tiny things. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. You say yes when your heart screams no. You put others first, not out of kindness, but out of fear of rejection, bit by bit. You bow lower each day until one day you realize you've become invisible. People don't just walk past you, they expect you to stay beneath them. That's not kindness, that's abandoning yourself. Why do we bow too low? Asterisk behind this behavior lies a deep fear, the fear of not being enough. Maybe you grew up in a home where love was conditional, or you were taught that being good meant staying quiet. Even when others hurt you, society praises those who sacrifice everything and shames those who dare to say, I matter too. And so you learn to bow in love. If I give more, they won't leave. At work, if I stay quiet, maybe they'll accept me. In family, if I don't push back, I won't cause trouble. But here's the harsh truth. No one will value you more than you value yourself. People treat you the way you allow them to. 3. The price of being too nice, asterisk, being agreeable might make life easier temporarily. But in the long run, it costs you. Your identity, joy, your self-respect, your place in your own story. When you bow too low, you attract those who feel comfortable looking down at you. Manipulators, self-centered people, users. And they'll call you sweet just enough to keep you from standing up, but deep down, resentment grows at them, and eventually at yourself. Because a part of you knows this isn't love. This is emotional servitude. IV. The moment of awakening, asterisk, there comes a time when your soul starts to whisper, this is not who I was born to be. And the whisper grows louder each time you feel used, ignored, dismissed. Until the pain of staying bowed becomes greater than the fear of standing tall. That's the awakening. That's when healing begins. But healing doesn't mean becoming cold or selfish. It means setting boundaries where you once left yourself unguarded. It means accepting temporary discomfort to avoid long-term pain. It means learning to say, I deserve to stand tall. I deserve to be seen. V. The journey back to yourself. Step by step, asterisk 1. Recognize the patterns. Write down the times you feel ignored, taken advantage of, emotionally drained. Notice how often you bow just to avoid conflict, guilt, or abandonment. 2. Ask the deeper question. What are you really afraid of losing? If you stand up for yourself, love, acceptance, safety. Many of us confuse people-pleasing with being loved, but true love doesn't require you to shrink. It lets both people stand tall. 3. Build small boundaries. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start small. I need time to think about that. That doesn't work for me. I didn't appreciate how you said that. The discomfort is real, but so is your strength. You're building your self-worth muscle. 4. Watch who leaves when you start standing up. Some people will react strongly. They liked you better when you bowed. Let them go. You are not responsible for others' discomfort with your growth. 5. Create a new inner voice. The voice inside you must become your strongest ally. I'm too sensitive gives my feelings are valid. I don't want to cause trouble gives I have a right to speak up. It's fine gives if it hurt, it matters. You're not overreacting. You're finally being real. VAG. Daily habits that help you stand taller. Asterisk 1. Morning practice. Anchor into yourself each morning. Spend 5 to 10 minutes checking in with yourself before the world demands you to be someone else. Try this. Sit in stillness. Breathe deeply. Say out loud, today, I don't need to chase love. I just need to be myself. I believe I can speak up and still be loved. These small repetitions calm your nervous system and help you begin your day grounded. 2. Emotional Journaling your honest friend each day. Write down what you wanted to say, but didn't what upset you when you said yes, but meant no. Not to shame yourself, but to see yourself clearly. Over time, this clarity turns into courage. 3. Weekly check-in, rebuild boundaries every Sunday night. Ask yourself, where did I betray myself this week? When did I protect myself? What small boundary can I try next week? Transformation starts with truth for small challenges. Practice courage. Courage doesn't have to be dramatic. Start small. Say, I'm not comfortable with that. Ask, can I have more time? When interrupted, say, please let me finish. This isn't confrontation. This is reclaiming yourself. ***VII. Real stories when they finally chose to stand tall. 1. Sarah's story, the people pleaser Sarah. A teacher in her 30s was loved by students and colleagues alike. But behind her warm smile was constant exhaustion. From trying to make everyone happy, she always volunteered for extra work, never said no, and rarely took a day off. One day, she canceled a doctor's appointment to attend a school event and collapsed from sheer fatigue. That day, didn't just wake up in a hospital bed. She woke up in her soul. No recognition is worth sacrificing my health or myself. Sarah started small, clocking out on time, saying no to unreasonable demands, and learning not to feel guilty for setting boundaries. Some people didn't like the change, but her inner peace, stronger than ever too. Mike's story, the silent husband finds his voice. Mike, 42, was always known as the nice guy in his marriage. He let his wife make every decision, avoided all conflict, and smiled even when he disagreed. Over time, Mike began to feel invisible, not because his wife was cruel, but because he had erased himself from his own life. During a therapy session, he realized he was replaying his childhood where his father was dominant and his mother was silent. He had learned to keep the peace by disappearing. Then, for the first time in years, he said something honest. I don't feel heard, and I don't want to live like this anymore. His wife cried, not from anger, but because, finally, she saw the real man she loved, not a shadow, but a soul who dared to show up. VII. When you stand tall, they'll react. And that's okay, ***. When you begin to change, your world will shake. Not because you're wrong, but because they were used to the old version of you, agreeable, silent, small. Some people will get angry, call you selfish, distance themselves. But you're not changing to please them. You're changing to come back home to yourself. Their reaction isn't because you're too strong. It's because they no longer benefit from your weakness. Those who truly love you will adjust. Those who don't will leave. Either way, you are free. 9. Love after you stop bowing. ***. One of the greatest fears is this: if I show up as myself, I'll lose love. But real love doesn't require you to silence your voice, suppress your emotions, or sacrifice your values. It doesn't ask you to shrink to make others comfortable. Authentic love allows you to say no without punishment. Does and ties demand. Blind agreement listens, grows, and repairs. Instead of blaming and ignoring, if you have to trade who you are to keep a relationship that's not love, that's a transaction, and you're always on the losing end. Forgiving yourself for bowing to low * before you can rise. You must forgive the first person who made you disappear, yourself. Forgiveness isn't blame or regret, it's recognition. I did the best I could, with the fear and knowledge I had. I wasn't weak, I simply hadn't yet learned how to stand tall. I don't hate who I used to be, I thank them, they brought me here. Self-forgiveness is the foundation of your rebirth. You don't have to erase the past to heal. You just need to view it through gentler eyes. 11. Envisioning a new you. Upright and radiant ***. Picture this. You walk into a room without begging for approval. You don't apologize for how you feel. You speak your truth. Without fear of abandonment, you're not becoming hard. You're becoming clear. You no longer scream to be heard. You simply refuse to stay silent. You no longer twist yourself to be loved. You love yourself too much to twist. Final words, now is the time to rise, asterisk, if you've made it this far. Something inside you is already stirring. You're starting to realize how long you've been bowing. You're finally ready to stop. Let this truth echo in your heart, even if they dislike it. Even if I tremble. Even if I lose what wasn't meant for me. ... I will not shrink just to make others comfortable. I will rise for me. 13. Support Awaken Mindset. Let's spread the awakening asterisk. If this message touched your heart, if it sparked something in your soul, take a moment to watch the full video on Awaken Mindset. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, share. It was someone who needs it. Subscribe for more soul deep content. Every small action helps. Bring emotional freedom to those silently struggling. You're not just helping a channel grow, you're helping a mindset awaken. You were never too much. You were just in rooms that were too small. Now's the time to step out and build a space big enough for your truth.